I came on here and I did a video and I was explaining to, I was in the comments because this man had said that Carmelo Anthony's family basically used the money and basically didn't do their very best to get him what he deserved, right? Even though he did stab that boy, I'm not saying that he did not stab him. All I'm saying that in the comments, I responded to a man I responded to the man that did the video about his parents, and I was like, they sacrificed him by not raising him appropriately. The father says, train up a child in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it. It's very important to raise your children to know self-defense. It's very important to raise your children to know that the world they live in, regardless if you don't want to or not, you have to tell them the truth about what's going on in the world, and about what's happening. You should have told your son, do not kill no white man, regardless of the facts. That situation didn't implicate for that white boy to lose his life. Whatever the case was, he probably could have fought it out or ran, or whatever the case is. We weren't there, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it didn't have to result in a stabbing. It was just too far to me for it to be made that way. Maybe he was being bullied. Maybe he did feel like he had to save his own life by believing that he had to go that far. But at the end of the day, I believe it falls on the parents, because you're supposed to train up your child and let your child know, hey, don't fight, don't put your hands on people. And guess what? If somebody put their hands on you, go and tell or do something. And black people have a hard time with keeping things at a bare minimum. Not all black people, but majority of y'all are all the same. You like to resort in violence. Violence is not always the answer. And I'm not saying every black person. I'm saying we were all raised, and I was raised, or majority of us was raised, to learn to put your hands on somebody else when they put their hands on you. But that's not always the case, and that will literally set you up to be incarcerated. Why are you telling your kids put your hand? If somebody hit you, put your hands back on them? No, tell. Do what they do. Tell and get somebody involved, the higher authority. And if they don't do nothing, then I can see you taking things into your own hands. But it's just like I just, we got to do better as a people, and I really believe that. And then for this person to come in my comments about, oh, he sacrificed himself, but like, I don't have time for people, low vibrational people that do not know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who sacrifice their children, and yes, and that's a form of sacrifice, because you literally set them up to fail. You set your child up to fail, and by the looks of it, it seems like they didn't really care, that it was all about the money for them. Like, when you make, how you make your son's life and fate about your opportunity to buy stuff, houses and cars in your name, that lets you know right then and there that it was a sacrifice, that these people are really witches and warlocks and Jezebels in the spirit of Athaliah. I have spoken about this many times. To have a mother that hates you is to have a mother that has the spirit of Athaliah. That's what that is. When your mother hates you, that's the spirit that she has. She hosts, or your father too. But that's what I'm saying. Many people cannot dive into the intellectual conversation that I like to have, because I like to keep people accountable for their actions. And a lot of people believe that that they can do is say anything to you. And what I learned, that God told me, people cannot do anything and say anything to you. They think they can, but they really can't, because there is a prerogative there. And when I see through the illusion, then I see that this world is really racist. And it's not only that they're racist, they have a really hard on for black men doing time in prison at a young age. Like, it's really weird. And it's just like, y'all love to pervert children, and then you love to endouse fear and violent acts on a child. Like, it's really weird, whether he was black or white. Either way, I'm going to stick up for him because he was black. But I'm just saying, he murdered that boy. But at the same time, he's still a child that's supposed to have had direction. I still see the full picture of that. And his father is responsible for that stuff. Like, I could still see in a way where he was innocent in a way. It's just an aspect of the truth that I can see that other people can't. Oh, murder, put him into the stake. He killed that white boy. He's evil. Like, y'all are disgusting ass people. And it's this nasty ass society that I have to live in with you narcissistic, evil people that love to be like this. Like, you like to come at people because you really are sad and entitled inside. And even black folks too. Like, how could you wish that on somebody else? Like, like, nobody sees that there's a problem there, that the mother and the father is the problem, and that this boy literally didn't have a way to express himself, possibly. Not saying what he did was right. I never said what he did was right. All I said is I see the aspects of the reality of what he was afforded and how he responded, which wasn't the best response, but I could see where it was coming from. Like, Yeah.